Coming up on Look Today, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik was in Glens Falls today as she continues to visit local businesses. I've got the details. And Bonaccio Construction shakes hands with Cafe Lena in a plan to keep doors open at the historical cafe. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone. I'm Jay Hood Jackson, and this is Look Today. We got a lot of news to cover tonight. In tonight's program, it's our next installment of a look at seniors, and we talk with Sonny Bonaccio to learn about his involvement with Cafe Lena. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, Bonaccio Construction is partnering with Cafe Lena to help keep its doors open while improving the neighborhood. The details were made public in an announcement today at Cafe Lena in Saratoga Springs. Now, as part of the $500,000 deal, Bonaccio would build a state-mandated elevator and stairs for the 55-year-old music venue. Now, that'll make it legally accessible and easier to enter and exit. The historic stairwell will stay, and Bonaccio will add a handicapped accessible elevator and stair tower, in addition to a new sound system and more seating in the performance area. In return, Bonaccio will take over the deed to the vacant lot. Now, we were at the press conference and caught up with Sonny Bonaccio and asked him about the project.
We're very excited that we've been working with Cafe Lena on this property for probably 10 years. And when they brought the challenge of their accessibility issues to the second floor, we took a look and came up with a structure that would work where we would actually share elevators and stairwells.
Now, Cafe Lena is the oldest folk performance space in North America. It will continue to present its award-winning programming in spaces throughout Saratoga Springs while its building is under renovation. I'll catch up with Sonny later in the news to give you more details. Well, news of more construction slated for the area as housing for new senior housing community is in the works. A 110-unit rental complex is under construction on Perry Road. That's off of Route 50 in Saratoga Springs. It's to be called the Summit at Saratoga. The project will provide affordable, independent living for people above the age of 55. Construction on three-story apartment is expected to be finished by this summer. Now, the housing community will include a large building with a sauna, pool, fitness center, salon, and movie theater. The cost of the rent for residents has not yet been disclosed. In other news, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik was in Glens Falls today as she continues visiting local businesses. The Congresswoman was at the Hyde Museum and Just Beverages today, continuing to show her commitment to the local area. Stefanik says the economic impact of the Hyde is significant to our region.
So I'm continuing to highlight our arts organizations that draw in not only tourists to our district, but also have tremendous community support. I'm also interested in highlighting the educational programs that the Hyde focuses on. So the number of students, 6,000 from our local classrooms who come to the museum, and it's an additional aspect of their education.
You got to hand it to our Congresswoman. When she's home, she really gets around. Well, changing from news to weather, after most of the area experienced some freezing rain this morning, it was downright dangerous. Let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For the latest, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast. Back to the news. Well, average retail gasoline prices in New York have fallen 4.5 cents per gallon in the last week alone. Now, that's averaging $2.08 per gallon as of Sunday. Now, this compares with the national average, which has fallen 6.5 cents per gallon in the last week alone to $1.82. Well, ample supply has been attributed as the cause of prices falling at the pump. Gasoline inventories are sitting at 245 million barrels and are the highest in the U.S. since 1990. Well, including the change in gas prices in New York during the past week, prices Sunday were almost 34 cents per gallon lower than the same day 1 year ago. And check this out, 15.5 cents per gallon lower than just 1 month ago. Wow. Up next, I sit down with Lois Celeste. She's the executive director of the Saratoga Senior Center, and she's here for our next installment of A Look at Seniors. Plus, I sit down with Sonny Bonaccio, and he gives us more details on that Cafe Lena project we told you about. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, or join us for an interview, give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000.